Welcome to TJ's podcast.
Hey. Back from a 3-day, would you call that a hiatus?
Yeah.
You would call 3 days off a hiatus? Because it wasn't a full vacation. It was a hiatus.
It was not a full vacation?
No, a full vacation is a week off.
Oh, okay.
Right. 3 days is not a full vacation.
Sound like a millennial.
Yeah.
Didn't qualify as a full
Oh, but I'm so tired.
Are you tired?
Yeah, we go to the beach every year for my little friend Jenny's birthday. And it's not that we're running and doing so much and all of that gets me tired. It's mainly the eating and the beer drinking.
Yeah.
Because when you're with little friend Jenny and handsome husband Michael, that's what you do, is you drink beer. And I get to a point, like after we've been there a couple of days, and I love beer.
Sure.
But after a couple of days, I'm like,
You just feel bloated and kind of worn down. How many beers do you think you had overall?
I don't know. In the let's see, how many days were we actually there? So
5, 6 days.
Let's say 5 days of just being there, not counting travel. I'd have no idea. Not as many as they drink, that's for sure.
Yeah. Do they get beer when they get down there? They stock up on the beer once they get to wherever you're going.
Uh-huh.
And is it cases and cases and cases and cases?
We probably went through, because Jenny drinks Michelob Ultra. Michael and I drink Miller Lite. And then Jody, that's my wife, whenever she drinks beer, which is just a few then she gets full pretty fast. She drinks Michelob Ultra.
Yeah.
But I don't buy Anheuser-Busch products. So she has to get it from them.
Yeah.
When they buy it. Because of political reasons. So I'd say there were probably 4 people. There were probably 4 cases of beer consumed in that time, maybe 5. I mean, it was a lot. But you got to realize we were only drinking beer in the house or on the beach for 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
The rest of it was in bars, because that's the other thing that they like to do is go from, bar to bar, hanging out and drinking beer.
Bar hopping.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's just a lot of beer.
Yeah.
And I can't keep up with them beer to beer.
Mm-hmm. Is that an age thing or?
I never could, I don't think. I never would have been able to keep up with them beer to beer. Because, I don't know that you could, as much as you drink beer. It's crazy.
I've challenged her to a beer drinking contest, and she did not play around. She was like, absolutely, let's do it. Let's put money on it. I was like, okay, whoa. I was just kidding.
Yeah, so then, you try to switch to, I can't switch to cocktails that are less filling, because then I'll get all messed up.
Yeah.
Be drunk.
Blasted.
Yeah.
So what time do you start drinking?
Do I start drinking or do they start drinking?
Yeah, they do.
They start drinking, and Jenny and Jody would get up every morning and they'd go their separate ways to get whatever workout they were going to get in. Jody walked around, and Jenny would run. And then as soon as that's over,
it's game time.
Yeah, so maybe start drinking at 10 or 11.
Still working out on vacation. Good for them.
Oh, yeah. And I have never seen anything like this. Jenny is so small. And you would think that when she's working out, she wouldn't sweat very much. Because she's that tiny. You're like, okay, well, what does she have to sweat? But she drinks all that beer every day. So when she would go outside in the tropical climate, in the humidity, and run her miles every morning, when she walks in the house after that, you would not be able to tell the difference in her whether she had just gotten through with that run or she had just run into the ocean and right back out.
Soaking,
just
soaked.
shoes, just like the most sweat on a human you can imagine.
Her body's just working overtime to pump out all those toxins from all the alcohol.
Yeah. But it really is. It's like she jumped in the pool in her workout clothes, tennis shoes and all, running shoes and all, and got right back out and walked in the house.
So she really does have to do laundry every day. I mean, those are not wearable again.
No. And she does. There's always laundry going. I would have been fine with 2 T-shirts, 2 pairs of swim board shorts, and 1 pair of nicer shorts, and then a pair of lounging shorts.
Yeah.
And I could have been fine.
That's amazing.
I know.
And
But it was fun. Huh?
Does the eating start immediately too?
Yeah.
Do you guys go to clubs?
Oh, no.
No.
Like dancing and going to clubs.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think, like, other than bar hopping, like, how does the night end? Like, is it dinner and you go back to the house, or do you go walk around?
There's very few times there's dinner.
An official dinner.
Yeah, it's eat appetizers at each bar. Like Jenny will get fries at every bar, or look at their appetizers, get some kind of sliders or whatever.
It's grazing throughout the night.
The whole day and night.
That does sound like a marathon, because like once if you've had that much alcohol and then you have dinner, it's kind of like puts a nightcap on. You're like, man, I feel great. Maybe watch some TV and then hit the bed. But if you're just constantly doing it throughout the day,
yeah,
that's a
like even on the beach when we would be out there, Jenny and Jody found a place they could walk up the beach a little bit to and get hot dogs.
Yeah, really.
So Jenny was constantly going up wanting a hot dog every day. That was part of the routine. Walk up there and get a hot dog.
Man, yeah.
And then pack everything up later, start hitting doing no shower happy hour the whole time.
Right.
Hitting all the places.
How long are you out on the beach for every day?
3 hours or so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a decent amount of time, but not how long I would stay out there if it's just Jody and me or our family.
Yeah.
But it's almost ridiculous how long we stay out there, because we have a tent or an umbrella or something like that, and we're out. Like I'll be at the beach 8-10 hours.
Yeah. Oh, sure. That's why you go to the beach.
Just chilling.
Yeah. I don't get that. Like wanting to do all the restaurants and stuff, or going into the towns. It's like, you go to the beach so you could hang out at the beach.
Mm-hmm. But little friend Jenny and handsome husband Michael are very active. They always got to be moving, doing something.
Yeah, they're not content just sitting there.
Yeah, we just now over the past couple of years have gotten her to even go to the beach.
Oh, she was not a beach person?
And him either. He'd say, I just can't just sit there. It's just boring just to sit there. And then that's when I said, well, you're sitting there drinking beer, one right after the other. You can't sit on the beach and do that, but you can sit in a bar and do it for, the whole afternoon. He goes, well, there's stuff to see at the bar, TVs and people to talk to and all of that. But we didn't have a tent or an umbrella or anything like that, so we were in the sun the whole time, just having to rely on whatever sunscreen we had to keep us from getting burnt. We got a little burnt in spots, but
yeah. Is that why you have a Band-Aid on your elbow, because you got a little bit of the skin cancer?
No, I scraped it on a restroom door in a bar.
Ooh,
And I know.
Tetanus, rabies,
Lockjaw,
mad cow, scabies. How'd you do that?
It was one of those doors that has the plate on it. It's a push door. It has a plate, no handle. And when I pushed it, and it came back around, because I was trying not to touch it. I was trying to push it with my arm, because I just washed my hand. And when I did it with my arm and it came back, it scraped it. Yeah, it was. I thought I was going to go to the emergency surgery room.
You'll lose your arm.
Probably will. But yeah, it was fun. It's just that, people say you can feel your age at a certain time. But I don't think even when I was young, I could drink that much beer and eat that much and do all of that, just boom, 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 and then be fine. Not have to have a little bit of recoup time.
Sure. It's like watching all those kids at their graduations, college graduations, and they just pan the camera around, and so many of those young kids are just like heads on their hands, and they're just struggling because they went out and drank the night before, and now they're in khakis and a robe and a stupid hat, all in a line listening to some jackass speaker. It's just it sounds awful. So I think that's probably the first time they're going to feel like, oh, this is what getting older feels like. I can't do it like I used to.
Yeah. My daughter, she's 23, and she went to college in Nashville. Now she lives in Nashville as an adult. And it didn't take her long to realize going out one night a week is about all she can handle. Yeah. Whereas when she was in college, it was like, whoa, every night you get out. Now she's like, I got to go to work in the morning.
I got to go to bed. I get some sleep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It comes quick. It does come quick. I was pulling weeds the other day for like 20 minutes. And man, it's the moment I walked back inside, I was like, oh, it's nice and cool in here. And I kind of really put my shoulders back and went, oh no, that hurts. So it hits you.
But Jenny will make fun of people who take naps. Like she always talks about our family being just a bunch of nap takers.
She doesn't ever take naps? Mm-mm. She's full of energy.
Yeah.
She's got energy.
Mm-hmm. And she gets bored easily. So
I would find that deeply insulting. If somebody was around me, they're like, I'm bored.
She doesn't say it when she's around us. It's just that she'll say it if she doesn't have something to do right in front of her. And she knows that she'll get bored, so she'll start doing things like, and she'll say, I'm trying to plan my week, and everything has to fit into her routine, Mm-hmm. So part of the routine is on Thursday nights, we eat dinner together.
Right.
So if Jody has some other function that she has to go to on a Thursday night, then Monday, Jenny will start asking me, so are you going to meet us out for dinner Thursday? Because she wants to get somebody else on there and figure out what they're going to do if I'm not going. So, because we need something Thursday or we're going to be bored.
Wow. Does she need somebody else around? Like I was having this argument with Ace the other day. He was like, I'd be fine alone. I was like, you are not fine alone. Is she able to be alone by herself, or does she kind of need a party crowd or just something to entertain her?
She needs to be doing something.
At least
maybe not with somebody else, but she has to be doing something.
Yeah, because she goes and works out alone.
Yeah, and that's why she works out several times a day. She'll get bored and then just work out, do another workout.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wish I had that kind of toughness, mental toughness, fortitude, drive.
But you never get bored.
I never get bored. Never been bored.
Mm-mm.
I don't even know what that's like.
You think that's a positive?
I don't know.
That you never get bored?
Probably not. All the things that I think are great end up being like, oh no, that's like the sign you're a psychopath narcissist. Maybe a serial killer.
But you think, well, a lot of times people would think, okay, is boredom sign of an idle mind? Or is boredom the sign that your mind needs to be stimulated in some way or another? So it's not an idle mind. It's you got to get going. You got to have something. You got to be doing things. My brother-in-law is like that. My friend Mark is really like that. He can't sit still for any time.
That's wild.
I don't know. Me? I've gotten up off of the puffy couch sometimes, and I've thought I may have just become stuck to this chair. It may take somebody coming in and cutting the fabric off of it to get me out of it. I've been sitting here so long.
Like one of those fat person where they break down the wall. Dr. Phil.
And they have to take them to the emergency room still attached to the recliner.
Yeah.
That would be me.
We thought you were going to be way bigger. You're like, no, he's just a regular person, but he just can't get his ass out of that chair. He's not fat at all. That would be more embarrassing.
What, if you're not fat, you
If
have
you're
to
not
have
fat,
that?
they're just like, I'm just so late, I can't get up. You're gonna have to cut the wall down.
I'm that freaking lazy. All right, we'll take a break and more coming up. Hang on.
TJ's Podcast.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ Radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And never once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
They say there are only two things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Back to TJ's Podcast.
Okay. Look, there's no glitz and glamour here with any type of project that is housed within the Ace and TJ corporation or the Ace and TJ show. No glitz and glamour, none of that. So I get so excited this time of year because not that Father's Day is on the way per se, but Father's Day to me means that we're going to start advertising and partnering with Omaha Steaks. Ooh. And it is that time. You know what I'm talking about, Regan?
Yeah, I just had 2 Omaha Steaks burgers 2 days ago.
Aren't they good?
My last 2. They're unreal.
Those gourmet burgers they have. Probably the best burger I've ever made at my house was all I did was use the Omaha Steaks burgers that come in the pack, and I put the Omaha Steak season on it, popped them on the grill,
so good.
Flip them, smack them, boom, rub it down.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah.
So with Father's Day, this is where you can really. What I was going to say is that my fondest memories of Father's Day is since I've been getting the Omaha Steaks as a Father's Day gift.
It's the greatest gift ever.
So here's the thing: you think about it and you go, "Oh well, all that's got to be expensive. All those steaks and then the chicken and the pork chops. Have you had the pork chops? Oh,
I watched you make them one time.
And I'm not a huge center cut pork chop fan. I like more of the fatty, thin pork chops. But these are excellent. Love them. So here's the thing with Omaha Steaks, you can take advantage of gift packages for Father's Day starting at just $89. $89. So you go to omahasteaks.com and you use the promo code ACETJ at checkout, and that's going to get you an additional discount when you're shopping for the gourmet gift packages for Father's Day. It's delivered right to the door. That's all you got to do. You don't have to get it, bring it home, put wrapping paper on it, or put it into a gift bag or any of that. You just have it sent directly to your dad or have it sent to your house for your husband or whomever. It's just fantastic. So omahasteaks.com with the promo code ACETJ. That gets you the exclusive savings. Now, you know that your dad deserves this. But if he doesn't, then get it for yourself and then say, you would have had this if you were a better dad.
Thanks for nothing, Dad.
All of us backed by their unconditional 100% money back guarantee. So delicious. Top of the line meats, steaks, chicken, pork chops. They also have the side dishes that go with it. It's just fantastic. Everything. At omahasteaks.com, make sure you use the promo code ACETJ at checkout for all of the exclusive discounts. Man.
I know. Even their hot dogs are good.
Oh, I forgot about the hot dog.
You think like a hot dog is a hot dog until you have an Omaha Steaks hot dog. They're the best hot dogs I've ever had.
So good.
Ugh. Crazy.
It makes me glad I'm a daddy.
That's right.
Getting me some Omaha steaks.
Isn't your son turning, is he got a birthday coming up? Mm-hmm. And so is your daughter.
Yep.
Me and your kids are all around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
We all got
Boy's going to be 21.
That's right.
On June 4th.
Yeah. I might just
Or
take
is it
that.
6th?
It's in the
It's
calendar.
one of those.
Yeah.
It's 6th or 4th. I'm not sure. Oh, I know when it is.
Yeah.
So, Riggins, I know you probably sent this story to me for today's podcast, thinking that you would know which way I was going to come down on it. It's a video that we don't have audio for it or anything. It's just so if you're not watching it on the YouTubes and stuff, you won't be able to see it. But it's a woman, a young woman, looks to be about late 20s, standing in front of the redwoods at a state park in California. She's standing in front of a redwood, and she touches it, and she begins to cry.
Yeah.
She cries at the sight of the redwood. Now, does she touch it first, then start crying, or she just...
It looks that way.
Okay.
Gently lays her fingertips on it and then shows the tears coming down her cheek.
Well, I don't put that in the same category of that classic YouTube video of the tree funeral going on in North Carolina,
Right.
where they're out there screaming and eulogizing the trees that have been cut.
Sobbing,
yeah.
and wailing and screaming about the death of the trees.
Yeah, so those people need to be put in the hospital. But I want to give this woman the benefit of the doubt that maybe this is a vacation that she's dreamed of having her whole life. She's finally in this redwood forest, and she touches a tree and starts to cry because this is the vacation she dreamed about. Because she doesn't look like a typical tree-hugging, outcast liberal that mourns the death of trees and glues themselves to or chains themselves to a tree so that people can't cut it down and all of that. Yeah. She looks clean and she's attractive. So I don't put her in the same category with those others. Now, I'm not saying that she's not a liberal. Some liberal women can be attractive and look clean and all of that. But most of them just choose not to be attractive.
It's a personal choice.
Yeah. So do you think she was crying because she's an environmentalist person and all of that?
I think you're probably right. Just being moved by the enormity of, but people that go to the Grand Canyon and cry. When I went to the Grand Canyon, I was like, okay,
get the hell out of there.
But I wouldn't judge the person that's so overwhelmed by what it is. Mm-hmm. So maybe it's that. Give her the benefit of the doubt. That's probably the right thing to do.
But that's me. That's me in a nutshell right there. Mr. Benefit of the doubt.
That's you.
That's what I do.
Now, in another video, she does hug the tree, and she's like, tree hugs are better than anything. So I don't know. Would you hug it? Would you hug it?
No. I'm not. No.
I might touch it.
I don't like when people hug or kiss inanimate objects. Like when they hold up a trophy and kiss it.
Yeah.
And then I don't like that.
That's a good rule of thumb.
Yeah. Or there's some kind of a race that they get out and they kiss the bricks on the racetrack. The winter, you go out and they get on their knees and they kiss the bricks on the racetrack. I don't like that. I just don't like kissing inanimate objects.
Yeah. I can get on board with that.
It just looks stupid.
Yeah. I get that.
Like the golfers kiss their trophies a lot, don't they?
Yeah, there's a couple. Yeah, sure. It's usually trophies. That's the one thing that's coming to my mind.
Yeah, I don't like it.
And these are some big trees. I mean, they're huge trees. You know about these are in California.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the Humboldt State Park, the world's tallest tree. So I get it must be like overwhelming. But I don't know that I'm going to cry.
Yeah, I would walk through there and go, "Oh wow, look at this!
Incredible.
God's creation. And, oh wow." That's just like when I'm in the mountains of North Carolina, and like at my friend Mark's mountain house. I mean, he's up on the mountain overlooking a valley and then looking across at another mountain.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just breathtaking. But I don't cry. I sit there and think, oh, this is just, how can something... I was thinking that at the beach.
Sure.
The other day. Like, look at this, how beautiful this is.
Magnificent.
Yeah. I didn't cry. Well, my eyes water when I got some sunscreen in it.
Hell yeah. A little bit of sand.
You ever notice how you start sweating way more once you put sunscreen on?
Hell yeah. And then you're like petrified to touch anything. You're like, I don't want to mess up the sunscreen. Yeah, sure. I read the most depressing thing about sunscreen this weekend. It was like, if you've spent 20 minutes outside in the sun or at a tanning bed for 20 minutes without sunscreen, you have like a 75% higher chance of getting skin cancer sometime in your life. Oh no!
Does that mean because you're more likely to go out in the sun without sunscreen?
Probably. But I was looking for tanning because my pool just opened in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I got my new key fob, so I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going out there this year. And they barely sell tanning oil with 0 SPF in it. Banana Boat makes one. Hawaiian Tropic makes one.
Oh,
now,
you're talking about just for regular sun or going to the tanning bed?
No, for out in the regular sun.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
And Hawaiian Tropic used to make like 20 different things. It was like dark, super dark, but none of them had SPF in them. Now there's one. One. It's Hawaiian Tropic. You're not a sunscreen. You make tanning oil. Your name is Hawaiian Tropic.
They give in to the bullies. I'm telling you.
That's crazy.
It's hard for me to find 15.
It's too low? Like it's...
Yeah.
They're like, oh no.
Because I wear 15 part of the day and then I go up to 30 if I'm out there for a really long time. Yeah. But I go out there first with nothing. Mm-hmm. It's good to get a little bit.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But they still make baby oil, so I will be.
Yeah, that's what it's going to do. It's going to put people being work. And all of that stuff is just, I think it's racist.
It's racist?
Mm-hmm.
How so?
Tanning bed taxes. Obama put that in place, having a special tax on tanning beds.
Yeah, that's
just basically saying I'm taxing white people.
Yeah.
That's racist.
Yep.
Same with tanning oils and all. Sunscreen. No, we can't give you anything less than this SPF. Why? Because it's dangerous. Okay.
Yeah, so are cars. So are...
But who is it affecting? Only white people.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Okay, so you say, well, not only white people. A few people of color might need sunscreen, this, that, and the other. All right. Well, it would be like outlawing menthol cigarettes.
Somebody was trying to do that.
Yeah. And why? Because then they said, no, it's racist because mostly black people smoke menthol cigarettes. So you can't mess with it. Can't tax them more than you do other cigarettes. Me? I want to be slathered down in 0 sunscreen oil, 0 SPF, huffing on a big Newport. That's what I want to do in America.
Newport King, or the 100, Newport 100s. They might have been called Kings. Newport Kings?
No, king size are not the 100s, they're the shorter ones. Cool filter Kings, the cool filtered Kings, those are strong menthol short cigarettes.
Man, I used to. That was the first cigarette I smoked.
A Newport or a Cool?
Newports.
Yeah.
And for a long time, I only smoked Newports. I don't know what I was doing because those things are just vicious. You have a beer and a Newport, you are on another level.
Are Newports stronger than Cool? Because the old guys used to smoke Cool.
I think they're probably. I never smoked a Cool before, but I've heard that those are strong too.
Cool Light. They make a Cool Light. Do they make a Newport Light?
They make a Marlboro Menthol Light.
Yeah.
Which then after Newports, I went to Marlboro Menthol Lights, but they were not Newport. I don't know if they make a Newport Light.
Yeah, I started my cigarette of choice when I started smoking was Marlboro Light Menthol.
Yeah. Oh, those are good.
And then I said, all right, well, I'm going to quit smoking, and I hate a non-menthol cigarette. Yeah. So I'll just switch to Marlboro Light, and that'll wean me off of cigarettes. Well, it didn't. Because then I was like, why did I ever smoke a menthol cigarette? Know. These are way better.
I had the exact same journey of that. Like, and then those Marlboro Lights are so good. I had a couple friends that smoked Marlboro Mediums, and I think they called them Marlboro Blues. And I think those were menthol too, but they were like in a royal blue pack.
We were in a bar 2 days ago that still has a working old-fashioned cigarette machine.
I love that.
Where you pull the thing out. It wasn't even kind you punch in the numbers and all. You just...
What were they charging for them, did it say?
It's like $6 or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
Right. But this was an old bar that still was charging $2 for a Michelob Ultra.
Oh, really?
$2 for a Miller Lite.
Could you smoke in there?
Yeah.
Oh, you could?
Nice. Even though you're not supposed to.
Yeah. I love that.
It was one of those, like, go in there and there's still an old man wanting to fight everybody.
Yeah, sure.
Looking like damn Ernest Hemingway up in there.
Yeah.
Just been out there, every fishing story you can imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bar open at 7 o'clock every morning. 7 a.m. to 3 a.m. were their hours.
Serving food?
Not this one.
Oh, really?
No. Just, I guess serving the graveyard shift. They come in after they get off work and knock back a few drinks and then go home and go to bed.
Is it in a tourist area? Or
no.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Damn. That's crazy.
It's fun, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always love going into a place to relax and have to worry about getting knifed.
Yeah.
That's a fun place.
Absolutely.
All right, we got more coming up. Hang on.
More of TJ's podcast is coming up.
We're here with Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. And Richard, not just mortgages, not just home sales. Now you're helping people with home improvements.
Yeah, that's right. So if you want a backyard that you've always dreamed of, or you need siding, windows, whatever you need, give us a call. Check it out.
You've got the money in your home. Richard just helps you find it, finds the best way for you to do it. It's very simple. All you have to do is start by going to homewithrichard.com. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Welcome back, world, to TJ's podcast.
Ow. Just scratched myself with my glasses. So we got to do some stupid celebrity stuff here. Griggins, this is an old clip of Tara Reid and Jenny McCarthy. How long ago did this happen?
When Tara Reid was promoting Sharknado 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And so this was, 7, 8 years ago. And it's now resurfaced on TikTok as a new clip. But I don't know that we ever played it on the show, but it's incredible.
So they get into a little bit of a squad. Did they not like each other before this, or what?
I guess not. I listened to the whole interview. It's about 7 minutes, and it just takes a right turn. Jenny McCarthy, not a seasoned radio host, but she's had this show on Sirius for a few years, probably 10 years or so. And, you know, she doesn't hold any punches. She's kind of a eccentric character. But, man, she gave it to Tara Reid up one side and down the other.
And Tara gave it back to her.
Yes, she did.
All right, so here is this this tea that has resurfaced.
You look great now, so you're good and done not moving forward with plastic surgery.
I think I made that clear like about 100 times. I know.
I didn't hear that 100 times. I'm so sorry.
Maybe you only read the bad things, but I've been made that really clear so many years. But
so does it
read what you want to read? But I think, it was really nice talking to you, and really good luck with your show. And
good luck to you
awesome.
too. And I'm so excited about Sharknado, and I hope you stay married. And I hope that
you stay married too. I'm sure he's a nice guy.
I will, and I hope your knees get a little wobblier than they already are. So
I think my knees.
Day.
Oh yeah, I hope your tits get even nicer because they're amazing. Same guy did mine, right?
Thank you.
Same
Yes,
guy. Fantastic.
Yes, same guy.
I'll always use your advice. You're the best. Bye.
Love you, Tara. Good luck with Sharknado 18.
Oh, man. Whoa. That is crazy to me.
So Tara did sound a little bit drunk.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of, Tara Reid was a party girl. That was kind of her thing. I don't know. That one seemed vicious, though.
Hope your knees get a little wobblier.
And up until that point, I mean, they had been talking about Sharknado, and, you know, Tara Reid was like, no one expected it to be this thing. I thought nobody would see it. But now it's kind of become this cultural phenomenon, and out of nowhere, you know, Jenny McCarthy starts asking her about other projects she's done that Tara Reid didn't want to talk about, and then it just goes right there. Talking about her boobs, and I mean, it was crazy.
So was that during that Tara Reid time where she was just like everybody expected her at all times just to be falling into things, and where her boob was hanging out on the red carpet, and she didn't even know it.
This is actually like a few years later.
Past that?
Yeah. I mean, this was on Sharknado 3 or 4, and when she was casting the original Sharknado, it was kind of at the end of that whole phase where she was the socialite, recognized party girl. So, but she did sound a little slurry there.
Okay. But did Tara Reid start her career, or did she break into show business from her acting ability? Wasn't she on part of that young acting group that came around the same time?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Those Scream people and all of that.
Oh, she and Scream?
I don't know. I don't remember. But I'm just saying that, like, she could have said to Jenny McCarthy, well, you know, at least I became an actress or got into show business from my talent and not from posing naked in Playboy.
Yeah.
You know, something along those lines. But
Jenny McCarthy took a couple of self-deprecating shots. She goes, don't worry, my IMDb is filled with a bunch of garbage that I did for paychecks.
Yeah.
So she kind of had a sense of humor about herself, but I don't know. It just, they must have had something before that interview happened. Like they didn't like each other. And then it just kind of came to a head. But
let's say it again.
You look great now, so you're good and
you look great now.
You look great now.
Not moving forward with plastic surgery.
I think I made that clear like about 100 times. I know.
I didn't hear that 100 times. I'm so sorry.
Maybe you only read the bad things, but I've been made that really clear so many years. But
and she does sound drunk as hell.
So does it
read what you want to read? But I think, it was really nice talking to you, and really good luck with your show. And
good luck to you
awesome.
too. And I'm so excited about Sharknado, and I hope you stay married. And I hope that
you stay married too. I'm sure he's a nice guy.
I will, and I hope your knees get a little wobblier than they already are. So
I think my knees.
Day.
Oh yeah, I hope your tits get even nicer because they're amazing. Same guy did mine, right?
Thank you.
Same
Yes,
guy. Fantastic.
Yes, same guy.
I'll always use your advice. You're the best. Bye.
Love you, Tara. Good luck with Sharknado 18.
So, I mean, catty does not even begin to describe what that is. That is just mean. Both of them. Isn't that amazing?
Love it.
I mean, that is remarkable. Now, Jenny McCarthy probably wouldn't have done that to, I don't know, Bridget Moynihan or an actress, that's not Tara Reid, that's gotten more established and more respected. But then again, they probably wouldn't go on Jenny McCarthy's show.
Exactly.
So, But if you're listening to that live, I mean, you want to stick around and hear how that ends, which is great.
Did I tell you that we saw? And my wife actually got footage of a real influencer in the wild situation yesterday. Influencers in the Wild is an Instagram account that I follow, and it's people who catch other people videoing themselves, taking selfies in front of things, or having somebody video them dancing in a street or somewhere in public. And it's called Influencers in the Wild, and it's meant to make fun of the people who are caught on camera doing these things. Well, yesterday morning we were heading to the airport. We had a lot of time, to spare. So we stopped and had breakfast, and then right across the street is a little bar right on the beach. And so we went in there. So Jody got a mimosa, and while we were sitting there out on the beach, there are a few people who are just doing beach things under umbrellas, laying in the sun or whatever. Well, there's a guy who is sitting in a chair that's not reclined back like a beach chair. It's just sitting kind of straight up under an umbrella. And then his girlfriend has been out in the sun, and she's thick. She's a thick girl, and she is as pink as you can imagine. Ass out, one of those swimsuits with complete ass out. And I looked up and I said, "Oh my God, look, an influencer in the wild." And they looked, and she has taken a tripod that has her phone on it and buried it in the sand. I don't know if I guess they make special sand tripods for people making videos of themselves. And she goes out in the water and she starts posing in front of her phone.
Really?
And she's turning around, sticking her red ass up to the camera, and then she'll do the poses, and then she goes and does something to the phone. Yeah. And then she does the same poses again, and I guess that she's looking and seeing, did I like any of those? And then no, delete, reset it, and I'll do that again and see if I get the good ones that I like. But she was out there doing that 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. And that was just before we left. So she could have been doing it a lot longer than that, but we left after 30 minutes of her doing it. Crazy.
Maybe she didn't even realize how red she was looking. She's like, with the sun, trying to look at your phone in the sun. She's like, oh, I might need a filter on that.
But everybody sitting up on this patio on the beach was watching her and laughing.
No, you got to be just shameless.
Yeah.
I don't care. They can watch.
But I wonder what she's doing with them. Isn't that just posting on her regular Instagram?
Probably.
Or is she trying to use them for a portfolio? Or is she,
Did she have a nice face?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no, from what I could see, she didn't have a nice, not my type. Put it that way. She's not my type.
And he's just sitting there watching.
Sipping on a painkiller.
Yeah.
He's
like, yeah, she's away from me. She's a pain in the ass all day.
So that sand tripod would be a good investment. A good gift to give to a man whose woman always wants to be, come take my picture doing this, come take my picture doing that.
Take it. Do your thing. I'm going to be up here under the umbrella.
Mm-hmm. Sipping on a painkiller.
Mm-hmm. Was he a skinny guy?
He was in good shape. He's in really good shape.
You like him thick.
Mm-hmm.
Thick.
But Jody was videoing it from a distance, zooming in and videoing. So, oh my God.
Now, what is she going to do with that video?
Show it to other people. Can you believe people who are her age, I guess, and people that she hangs out with that would never, ever be that narcissistic to say, I'm going to go out here and set up a phone on a tripod and take my picture at the beach with my ass out and boobs swinging.
You should have done it. You never see guys doing that. Right there in the surf of the water. Posing around, rolling in the water. Man.
I know, it's crazy.
It's funny.
Mm-hmm. But it's almost like, you spotted something famous Because if you follow influencers in the wild, it's always that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, here's a real one. We've actually seen one in the wild. And Riggins, what happened for these people to get scammed with the emo brunch? I don't.
Yeah. It's
how
like
were they scammed?
So today's World Emo Day.
Yeah.
And so there's all these events that happen. This one happened.
I thought
in
it was
Austin.
Goth Day.
That's what I meant. World Goth Day. So not quite the same as emo, but it attracts sort of an overlapping group. So yeah, they go to this emo brunch in Austin, Texas, obviously, and they do we put up the grass backdrop and we have the interesting looking cocktails, and it's more about getting content for your own channels than it is for actually experiencing anything. So they did this emo brunch, which is stupid, with black mimosas, all on the flyers, black mimosas and emo DJs and elevated brunch food. Well, they showed up there dressed out in their emo garb, and they're like older millennials, that were into emo when emo was a big thing. And it was like a total S show. I mean, it was supposed to run from noon to 1:30. They said by 12:30, no drinks had been served. They finally got their black mimosas, and they said it looked terrible. The pulp was still in the orange juice floating at the top. It looked disgusting. And then the food that they brought out, it was supposed to be like avocado toast with a blackened egg white. And it turns out they just brought out like a reheated tray of tater tots and sliders with nothing on them, just bread, meat, and bread. So that was down the tubes. It was like $40, and they said there was 60 people there, and they didn't get food or drinks until like a half hour into the 1.5 hour event. And she said, yeah, they got scammed. It does sound like it.
Would it be more excruciating for normal people like us, Riggins, to be a fly on the wall in that situation, hearing all of these emo people complain, or hearing them sing the praises of this event?
Probably if they had loved it and sung the praises.
That would be worse.
Yeah, I think so. That would be
more awkward.
Yeah, get a grip.
Cringy.
Yeah, like you're approaching. You're closer to 40 than you are 20. Okay, you're nosing up against it. So it's like, I don't know. I never liked the emo stuff anyway. I just it's such a plea for attention.
Who was the most popular emo band, so people know?
Fall Out Boy, when it was like originally. That was
Goo Goo Dolls considered an emo band?
I don't know. I mean, he kind of became with like his very dramatic haircut and stuff like that. But that pop punk, My Chemical Romance, that kind of stuff. And I like all those bands; they're fine. But the people that really embraced it with like the black and white striped sleeves, it's like, what are you doing? You're a little too into the Nightmare Before Christmas, that kind of stuff. You didn't make the full commitment to go goth, so you just went emo, kind of thing.
And then the internets is torn about this TikTok video a woman posted. She's sitting in a restaurant, looks like a nice restaurant, and she's videoing the table, her drink, and then across the table is a steak and a drink, and there's nobody sitting across from her because her date just said, excuse me, you mind if I run to my car real quick? I got a coupon that I need to get out of the car.
Yeah.
So she's posting this like, can you believe this guy I'm on a date with is going out to his car to get a coupon for dinner?
Yeah, help me.
Yeah. And then a lot of people were saying that she's being a jerk, right?
Yeah, every single comment came to his defense weeks later after this video blew up, and they were like, no, actually, hang on to that guy, because that means he's financially responsible. He doesn't care if it's a first date. He's not trying to go over the top to be super cool, and that means he's probably got a savings account, and that's better than most guys our age. So I think they made a good point.
Yeah, not to mention, he understands what a bad economy is with inflation.
Sure. Now, would I have gone to the car to get a coupon?
No,
I wouldn't have. But, it's not a reason to go, ugh, this guy is so gross, or this guy is broke, or whatever. I don't think that's the right reaction to that.
Now, I would have said I was going to get something else.
Yeah, right.
I was like, oh, I forgot, my allergy medicine. I have to take it before I eat.
Have a little more finesse.
Something like that. But then when it came time to pay the bill, I'd still have to throw the coupon out there, and I would do it.
Sure.
I wouldn't care. Why is it that women get celebrated for finding a bargain or using a coupon for something, but men get chastised for it? Have you noticed that? Am I not the first? I'm not the first to ask this question.
No, I don't know. The answer.
Women will flex on how much money they saved on something that they bought it at the bargain store or
Girl,
whatever.
I like that dress.
Yeah.
Target. Walmart.
Yeah. Or I had a coupon. I got 60% off of this. But if a man does that, then he's a cheapskate and he can't provide and all this other stuff.
Double standard.
Which I don't like.
No,
I don't never like no double standards.
Sir, it ain't right. It ain't fair.
No triple standards neither. All right, that's it. No more show for you today. Thanks for watching and listening. Love you. Bye.
Serving the world. It's TJ's podcast.